second. But first I want to say something about a product that I have right now that I'm drinking. I'm drinking a very delicious strawberry milkshake. Now, that's exactly what it tastes like. Strawberry, we have strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. I like them all. But when you sit down with a fresh glass of milk, and I do get raw milk, add some of this product to it one roll way, not only get the most nutritious protein drink out there, period, you're getting the best tasting one. It is literally like drinking a strawberry milkshake. You can put a straw in it and drink it. That's how good it really is, how thick and rich it is. And it's good for you, nothing to hurt you. But I'm going to bring our guest up to tell you more about the product. And let's get to know Stephen a little bit. Stephen's been with me, I think, a couple times before. Now, folks, we do not sell the product here. We thought about becoming a distributor, but we don't have the funds to do that. I'm sorry. But if you order the product, mention our name. Stephen will send us a check once a month to help pay your bills here. And I mean that. And I promise you that you're going to love the product. They have other products besides the One World Way. But this is one I've tried, and I love. I drink it almost daily. If you haven't tried it, you know what you're missing. Stephen Heuer, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you for the warm introduction, Butch. I appreciate it. Yeah, the comments you've made are all true. One of the things that people are not aware of when it comes to whey protein is that it's nature's richest source of an amino acid called cysteine, C-Y-S-T-I-N-E, and that's actually two molecules of the amino acid cysteine, and they're bound together. It's called a disulfide, and that this particular form of the sulfur amino acid, cysteine, it's two cysteines, is what the body is so deficient in. In our day and age, the body is burdened with things like mercury from previous dental fillings, mercury from vaccinations previously received, damage done to the cells from free radicals, from bad foods, from cooked vegetable oils, from drugs, drug deposits, atmospheric toxins, petrochemical pollutants. There's all kinds of things that get in our bodies, and our body's number one means of removing it is this substance called glutathione. And glutathione also acts as your master antioxidant, which is what protects you from free radicals. So there's two very important mechanisms that glutathione plays a dominant role in. One is cleaning your body of toxins. The other is neutralizing free radicals so cells don't become damaged and inflamed. When you are low in glutathione, your body starts to have all these different ailments manifest. There's 68 different diseases attributed to glutathione deficiency. That's just the ones that they've studied and done blood tests on. But I say that basically every chronic disease has glutathione as a deficiency, as one of the elements. And in all the foods that are in nature, whey protein is nature's richest source of the key building block to be able to make glutathione, and that's this thing called cysteine. And the reason that it's so important is because if you bought just, say, a sulfur-rich vegetable like garlic or broccoli or Brussels sprouts or onions, you would get infinitesimally small amounts of this substance, and you'd have to eat like 40 pounds of the vegetables in a day to get the equivalent of the amount you get in a small amount of this product that we have in the One World Way. Or if you were trying to get the same sulfur amino acids from meat products, you need like 4 to 5 pounds of raw meat to get that effect. If you cook it, you destroy it. So this is the fact that you're using it, your product. And then the other thing is some people say, well, why should I get that? Because, I drink milk already, and, I get organic milk, or even if I get raw milk. But you'd need 1 to 2 gallons a day to even come close to getting, and that would have to be raw, of 1 to 2 gallons a day of raw milk to come close to getting even an infinitesimally small benefit of what we're trying to deliver with the One World Way. Because One World Way is unheated, so the amino acid has not been bent and twisted, because that's a problem. If you pasteurize, which is heat sterilization of your milk, you've automatically destroyed any benefit you can get with regards to glutathione production. You're going to get little to none from all commercial dairy products, all the cheese, all the milk, all the yogurt. Kiss it goodbye. It doesn't do a bit of good to help you raise glutathione because it's been heat sterilized, which destroys the cysteine molecule. So you have to deliver that to your body the way nature gave it, right fresh out of the cow's udder in its raw, unheated state, the way the baby cow gets it. So that's what we've done. We've taken this special, high-quality raw milk from grass-fed cows raised by Amish farmers, and this milk is extremely high quality, and then we process it so we remove the casein, which is the element of dairy that people have allergies to. That's removed. There's no casein in it. We end up with the pure concentrated whey protein in its liquid state, and then we take it through several proprietary steps where we eliminate the bacteria through a cold sterilization process, so There are no organisms. We meet all the law requirements of having sterilized the product, but we didn't use heat. And then we end up with this dry powdered material that is concentrated in the cystine molecule that when it gets from your mouth into your stomach, it's able to survive the digestive acids and the digestive process, go into the intestines, absorb through the intestines, into the bloodstream, and get into the cell as cystine and then break down in the cells into two cysteine molecules, cysteine, and those two cysteine molecules then combine with glutamic acid and glycine in the presence of a selenium-based enzyme to make this thing called glutathione, and that's what restores cellular health. You know, there's a study that Dr. Perlmutter did on Parkinson's people where he would give them IVs of glutathione and he get temporary symptom relief where they start walking again, their shakes go away, and they look and function much more normally for a temporary period of time. And it's definitely helpful, but it's costly and it's not really the answer. It's more of a symptom treatment. But I cite that merely to let people realize how important and how powerful glutathione is. But it's really only going to be permanently helpful if you can produce it inside the cell, and this is nature's most effective way of enabling us to do that.
Wow. My goodness, folks. Obviously, you heard what he's saying, and I don't understand all the words he used, but obviously knows what he's talking about. All I know is a product will give you a robust feeling that you haven't had for a long time. It does more than give you energy. It gives you the force to use energy, the desire to use energy, and the product is absolutely delicious. You feel like you're cheating when you're drinking it. It's that good. And you need to at least call and talk to somebody tomorrow at Synergistic Energy to ask what the product can do for you. But I would do that, and I would recommend it very highly. Now, you know, before we get into any more about the product, you know, Stephen, I've known you a little while now. We talk a bit off on the phone once in a while, and you are pretty familiar with what's happening in the country. Just for example, today you mentioned about these smart meters coming into people's homes, and they're installing them right now by the tens of thousands. You were concerned about what it does to people's health. Just to show folks that you are not just involved in making One World Way and other products, why does this concern you?
Well, the body is designed to run. You know, God created us and created the whole planet, and we've got all these natural laws in place. And it was discovered a long time ago by a man named Schumann, and there's this thing called the Schumann resonance named after his name, where he discovered there's a frequency emanation from the Earth that our bodies are attuned to operate on. It's a frequency of 7.83 hertz to 14 hertz. That frequency range, the human nervous system and the human cellular structure is designed to be fed those frequencies on a moment-to-moment, 24-hour basis that enables all of the enzyme activities, all of the ATP energy production, all of the protein synthesis, all takes place in these specific narrow frequency ranges that promotes health and high-quality sense of well-being. When you start to expose your body to the 900 million hertz microwave radio frequency transmitted signals coming off of the supposed smart meters that are really dangerous meters that they're putting onto people's homes to monitor the amount of electrical power that they're drawing upon, you end up exposing the human body to this 900 million hertz frequency, and you entrain the nervous system and the cells to an anti-life frequency. So you start shutting down enzyme activity, you start shutting down energy production, neurotransmitter production, all cellular processes that you start to go down and deteriorate, not to mention tons of free radical damage, not to mention DNA damage. And this amount and this particular frequency range is so destructive to life that people get nosebleeds and projectile vomiting once they're installed in their homes. They die within a few months sometimes. Then they've challenged these power companies and said, I don't want it. In so many instances, they've been thrown in jail, or they have been basically had their power shut down because they put on their own analog meters. So it's one of these things where I'm like seeing the whole picture about what's going on in the country as much as I can. I mean, there's all these different topics that are out there. And this is, again, the problem lies in that we have a society of people in which they've made money their god, and so the decision is to make a decision about profit rather than the welfare of their fellow man and their environment.
Well, now, you said a mouthful there, and obviously, now this is, I know, a conspiracy theory. Everybody's going to say you're a nut, This could actually decrease population, couldn't it?
Yes. Well, it's already going to interrupt your fertility. It's going to destroy, male and female reproductive capacity. It's already been shown to destroy sperm population levels. So, all these guys that are out there installing these smart meters think they're doing their job. They're the guys getting the highest exposure, and the guys are going to die the quickest. I mean, it's just so insane that people are doing things that are biologically hostile to life, not to mention the destruction of 90 or some odd % of the honeybee populations from these microwave radiation signals that are coming not only from the smart meters but from cell phone towers and stuff. These frequencies are totally disrupting the flight patterns of bees because they use those subtle frequencies to travel and navigate, and they're unable to, so they're dying. And you've got this total denial. I mean, the entire food supply is dependent upon pollination.
Yes. We're going to go to break in a second, folks. Back at the break, we're going to take phone calls, whatever, too. If you want to ask about the product, you can call 855-242-8824. 855-242-8824. I'm going to keep Stephen on a few more minutes. I'm going to turn him loose. But if you want to call us any questions, call now, okay?
Because you're sword and shield. Get on the battlefield. Satan's armies come to kill. This is war. Satan's army roams the land, seeking souls of fallen men.
Reality check. What is most important in your life? Family, friends, career, retirement? What is your biggest fear? It is loss. Loss of family, loss of friends, and financial loss, or an economy collapse. But the true fact is, most people fear loss of life. And yet, millions of Americans abuse their body with toxic food and beverages every day. And they wonder why they take a ride to the hospital in an ambulance. It doesn't have to be that way. Introducing Life Change Tea, the small package with a mighty punch. This highly concentrated natural formula removes toxins and chemicals that collect in your digestive tract. It tastes good, and all you have to do is drink. It's that easy. Store this number in your cell phone, 928-308-0408. That's 928-308-0408. Or order online at getthetea.com. Getthetea.com.
Pastor Butch has tried and fully endorses the tea.
Hi, this is Steve Spillum for Midas Resources. In 1971, President Nixon took the United States off the gold standard and put us into a fiat currency. This allowed Congress and the Federal Reserve to create trillions of dollars out of thin air. The national debt has risen to incredible heights, and your hard-earned dollars by a small fraction of what they once did. The average life expectancy for a fiat currency is 27 years. The dollar is failing and on borrowed time. When currencies fall, people turn to gold and silver because gold and silver have been real money for more than 5,000 years. It is our mission at Midas Resources to help you preserve your capital. Don't let your personal savings shrink to nothing. For important free information on how you can protect your personal wealth, contact me, Steve Spillum, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 308. Call today while we are still accepting dollars for gold and silver. 1-800-686-2237, extension 308. Make a change in your financial security today. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 308.
I will never forget the day my son Jeremy told me he hated me and slammed the door in my face. I'm behavioral therapist Janet Lehman. Behavior problems can turn the child you love and your life into a nightmare. That's why my husband James and I created the Total Transformation, the step-by-step program that shows you how to fix the worst behavior problems and get your child to respect and listen to you again. No matter what the behavior, defiance, backtalk, angry outbursts, disrespect, we can help you stop it. Now you can get the Total Transformation for free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. You can keep it forever for free.
Limited number of free programs available. Call now. 1-800-807-8284. 1-800-807-8284. That's 1-800-807-8284. 1-800-807-8284.
Imagine if you had a secret code for making money. A code buried deep within biblical text. A code that certain investment titans have quietly exploited to amass billions. And what if this code could be used by you today to unlock vast amounts of wealth safely and ethically? Investment expert and former pastor Sean Hyman says there is such a code. He calls it the Biblical Money Code. Sean credits this code for helping him go from making a mere $15,000 a year to now giving away up to $50,000 a year. And today you have a chance to tap into this life-changing code by visiting the website moneycode23.com. That's moneycode, the number 23.com. At moneycode23.com, you will find a free video that describes how you could use this biblical code in your own life to get out of debt and invest for profits. Visit moneycode23.com for free today. That's moneycode23.com.
You gotta walk that lonesome valley. You gotta walk it by yourself. There's nobody here can walk it for you.
All right, folks, we are back. You were talking to Stephen Heuer with Synergistic Nutrition. The number to call and talk to them is 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Now, folks, you heard Stephen express something, too, that we're concerned about, of course, the smart meter. And, Stephen, my question now, after we fill all that, to make the point, do your products, especially One World Way, does it do anything to help belay this problem with the meters?
Yeah, because there's a rapid. I've seen blood tests before and after where you expose somebody to a smart meter that's within close proximity, and before their blood specimen looked normal, their blood cells were round, they were free floating, and they were normal. And then after 2 minutes of exposure to the smart meters, they get their blood test taken again. They look at it under a microscope, and the blood cells are damaged. They can have these like burrs around them, which looks like a Coke bottle cap, serrated edges as opposed to totally round. And they can be clumped up and not carrying oxygen because when red cells clump together, then their surface area is reduced, so they can't carry the oxygen. Anyways, it's very damaging. It doesn't matter who you are. Some people think that you have to be the 3% that are sensitive to electromagnetic smog, and then the other breast population not sensitive. It's not true. Every single person is sensitive. Some people register it quicker than others, but the blood tests prove everyone's having negative effects, and these effects are free radical generating effects. So the radiation microwave waves are going through your body. They're stealing electrons from your cells. The cells are becoming damaged, and so when you take the One World Way, you're raising your glutathione to this optimal level so that all the cells are containing their optimal glutathione levels. Each cell of the body, there's approximately 100 trillion cells in the body. Each cell is supposed to have approximately 10% of its protein content is glutathione if it's healthy, so that it could defend itself from incoming free radicals, whether that's a free radical from a radioactive isotope from Fukushima, whether it's a free radical from a smart meter tower or a broadcasting meter. Either, whatever the free radical source is, you neutralize it by the presence of glutathione so that it doesn't damage the cell. So yes, by taking One World Way, you will help yourself immensely to shield yourself from the damaging effects, and the recovery is quicker as well once you're outside the proximity of that field.
Well, there's very few people today that are outside the proximity of the field of any type of radiation. Cell towers are every couple of miles down the road. You know that. They're emitting out radiation all the time. People walk around with cell phones to the ear most of the time, or in their hands, texting on different things, and they're around this radiation almost 24/7. Now, folks, maybe you're starting to see how important this product is. It's not just going to make you feel more robust and more energetic. It's also going to help protect your body. And that's why I want Stephen to cover this. Now, I did not know all this until just now, folks. I asked him about the meters we talked about earlier, and when I listened to speak to us about them, I thought the product might be something that can help us protect ourselves, even except from radiation from Fukushima. You need to call 888-988-3325. Now, if you want to talk to Stephen, call right now at 855-242-8824. And Stephen, I know you had a lot more products besides One World Way. If you picked a second one that you think in line of importance, which one would it be?
There's a product we carry called Moringa Probiotic Tea. Moringa is the name of an herb that's a very unique herb in nature that has basically almost all the vitamins the body needs. It has most of the amino acids. It's a naturally rich source of selenium, And this particular herb is fermented upon by beneficial bacteria that our gut already needs and benefits from. And this particular nutrient broth these organisms are fed in, they produce an array of proteins and nutrients, plus they pre-digest the moringa. And when you study how our cells work, you discover that each cell of our body is waiting for the appropriate chemical signals to function in its optimal state, to become a happy, energetic, healthy cell. And some of those chemicals are proteins produced by these probiotics. Some of them are vitamins. And this particular nutrient combination in this liquid tea called Moringa Probiotic Tea is a fantastic complement to One World Way, because it gives you these nutrients that helps your DNA to express optimal health, and it gives you the selenium so you have an abundant supply of that particular mineral needed to produce the enzymes that enable you to create the glutathione. So we've had people take One World Way for 1.5, 2, 3 years and get health benefits, but then they take the moringa with it and they get exponentially increased benefits.
Okay, hang on through the break, folks. Back to the break. If you want to call, we'll wait till after the break. We'll turn him loose. 855-242-8824. If you don't call in the next few minutes, we'll let Stephen go. I'm going to talk to myself a while, okay? Don't go away.
Satan's army roams the land, seeking souls of fallen men.
Free from the shackles of corporate America, we're the place for independent thinkers. GCN.
My name's Bruno. I'm 52 years old. I've tried different protein powders over the years, and they've all tasted pretty bad. I tried One World Way and found it to be delicious. After 10 weeks on One World Way, my wife commented, "You have more muscles and you're leaner than when you were 20 years old." My body has changed dramatically. I'm a cyclist. Normally I'll ride 2 days on and take 2 days off. After being on One World Way, I rode 10 days in a row in over 100-degree heat, and then I take another 2 servings of One World Way, and then work out at the gym for another hour and a half. I just couldn't believe these results. My normal muscle tightness and soreness after working out are virtually gone. Don't take my word for it. One World Way comes in single servings. Just give it a try.
For a health and taste sensation you'll love, call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldway.com. That's oneworld.com.
It's that time of year again, and you know what that means. Cold and flu season. But don't worry. HerbalHealer.com has you and your loved ones covered with our safe and natural products. Cold and flu fighters like beta-glucans, olive leaf antiviral capsules, grapefruit seed extract, HHA 4-herb capsules, elderberry power, and respirate. And don't forget about Oregacillin for the lungs, normally $34.95, on sale now for only $25. Vitamin D3 120-count soft gels, only $9. Whole body and homeopathic detoxes for the lungs, kidneys, liver, lymph, and brain, normally $26.95, now just $20. HerbalHealer.com also offers correspondence courses to teach you how to handle your health naturally. And as always, new customers get a free 128-page catalog with your order. Visit HerbalHealer.com and click the Winter Specials button to save on our natural cold and flu-fighting products. HerbalHealer.com, healing the world with nature, one person at a time, since 1988.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, listen carefully. Sweeping changes to IRS policies will help more people than ever eliminate their tax debts once and for all. And now, thanks to Dan Pilla, you can get the tax help you need to end your tax nightmare.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla. I've helped thousands of people reduce or eliminate tax debts they couldn't pay. And after more than 30 years of experience dealing with the IRS, I can tell you there's no such thing as a hopeless tax case. With the IRS's new policies, it's easier than ever to put your tax debt behind you once and for all. Call now at 800-346-6829 to learn how I can help you. You know your IRS debt will not go away by itself, but you don't have to live in fear anymore. Call 800-346-6829. Learn how I can help you eliminate wage and bank levies, release tax liens, and negotiate a settlement with the IRS that will put your tax nightmare behind you forever. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. Or go to my website, taxhelponline.com. That's taxhelponline.com.
All right, folks, we are back here talking to Stephen Heuer. with Synergistic Nutrition. This man is a walking encyclopedia. The main product we discussed tonight is One World Way. You can call and ask him about other products available also. And if you mention our name, he will help us keep the bills paid here, folks. Now, that's really important to us. But the product is that good. That's why I have him on here. I would like to thank the people that know me well enough, or at least for a while, know that I will never put something on that I didn't believe in. I never have, never will, folks. It's not that important to me. I just won't do it. Money necessary to pay the bills, but I will not do something to harm somebody for the dollar, okay? Let's take a phone call from Kentucky. Let's talk to Gary. Gary, come on in. Was you wanting to talk to Stephen?
Yes. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to listen to your program. I haven't been watching the DVD that you gave me Beyond Pale Horse.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And anyhow, I enjoyed that.
Good.
Anyhow, you were talking about nutrition, and I have a brief comment.
Okay.
Anyhow, and our food supplies, our environment, every aspect of it, even the soil itself.
Yes.
Atmosphere has been polluted and poisoned, and is it any wonder that everywhere that you look, you see chronic diseases.
Yes, I agree. Any comments on that, Stephen?
I didn't understand it. Could you tell me what the question or what the comment was?
He said that even everything polluted, including the soil, is depleted and poisoned, and it's no wonder there's such chronic disease everywhere.
Yeah, that's a big factor. I mean, there's a guy up in Washington State that's done some really good research where he's found that the reason the soil is so infertile is because it doesn't have any, like in nature, the plants, the trees lay down their foliage every season. The leaves fall, the branches fall, and you get this cumulative layer of decomposing vegetation. So he's basically used a combination of wood chips and the leaf and needles from the wood chips that have been coming from trees that have been, chipped up. And that mulch combination of the leaf, needles, and wood chips all together laid on top of the ground 4 inches or thick or greater has restored soil fertility in his area, created neutral pH soil, and he has the highest nutrient values in his food grown on his land of anyone I've ever heard. And It's just following nature's design. So I really recommend people investigate that. It's similar to permaculture, where you lay down a skin of decomposing material on the earth, and then as the rain comes down, it carries the decomposing materials into the soil, and it feeds the microbe life, and it restores this microbe's ability to then feed the plants. And the results are just phenomenal. It controls weeds, it restores fertility, and it's the most economical, simplest thing to do, too. So that's currently what I'm focusing on for my next season's garden. But, yes, it goes without saying that soil fertility is at the foundation of poor nutrition in food and then poor quality human bodies.
Well, obviously, that's another reason why people need to call you about the One World Way. It replaces a lot of the nutrition and different things. The soil we don't get from soil. We don't get from the food. Folks, that's very important. Gary, anything else you want to say?
Yes. One of the things I want people to be aware of is, yes, supplementation is now mandatory if people want to maintain ideal health because food just doesn't have enough in it. I also want to say, please check out freedommaker.com or freedomtaker.com to learn about how to deal with the smart meters. If you go to freedomtaker.com, you'll learn about how to legally get your smart meter removed or how to get your own analog meter put in and to protect yourself from the harassment of the power companies.
Freedommaker.com.
No, freedomtaker.com.
Taker, gotcha. Freedomtaker.com. Folks, try that. Check it out. Gary, anything else you want to say to Steve?
Yes. And I recommend you and that work that you have done for years and years. And it is a precious gift from the Creator. And that you have stood extremely boldly and strong on these issues for years. And,
thank you, Gary.
And I'm praying that the Creator will continue to abundantly bless.
Well, thank you, Gary. Thanks for the call, brother. I'm glad you're okay, by the way. Thanks for the call. We'll talk to you probably tomorrow sometime. Thanks for the call. Stephen, thanks for joining us tonight, and I do appreciate what you're doing for us. And, folks, please do call and ask about the products, 888-988-3325. Tell them we sent you
one more
over.
thing, Pastor Butch.
Yes, sir. Yes,
is
sir.
That, until just February 18th, we have a special. It's 15% off to anybody that's calling in, so they can get their discount and try the product. At this point, it's the most economical price that it's, at 15% off until about February 18th.
15% off to February 18th. Folks, call tomorrow, 888-988-3325. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Pastor Butch.
I'll be talking to you soon.
Okay,
folks.
bye-bye.
You try the product, you're going to love it. And believe me, it does taste very good. Now, if you have any questions about anything we talked so far tonight, you feel free to call in, 855-242-8824. I've got a few minutes here. I'd like to just talk to you, if you don't mind, just you and I will take your phone calls, okay, about anything you want to talk about.